Hello and welcome to G Fun Facts Online. Have you ever sat by a window on a rainy day, just watching the drops run down the glass? There's something so calming, so pure about it. But what if I told you that those raindrops are carrying a tiny, invisible passenger? A pollutant that's changing our planet in ways we're only just beginning to understand. Today, we're diving into the startling story of plastic rain and the unseen journey of microplastics through our atmosphere. So where does this plastic even come from? It's not like we're throwing tiny plastic bits into the sky. Well, in a way, we are. The journey begins on the ground. Think about the simple wear and tear on your car's tires. Every drive releases a constant stream of plastic dust. Or the simple act of washing your favorite fleece jacket. Thousands of tiny synthetic fibers break off and go down the drain. A portion of these can become airborne. Industrial sites, landfills, and the slow breakdown of larger plastic trash all create a massive reservoir of these minute pollutants. For a while, scientists thought the ocean was flinging plastics into the air through sea spray. But recent studies show the opposite. The ocean is actually a net sink, meaning it absorbs more plastic from the air than it releases. The real elevators for these particles are wind and our daily activities. Powerful winds can just whip these particles up from contaminated soil and surfaces, carrying them high into the troposphere. Once they're up there, these microplastics become world travelers. They're so small and light that they can cross entire continents, reaching places we think of as absolutely pristine, like the Arctic or the high Pyrenees Mountains. It's estimated that a mind-boggling 8.6 megatons of microplastics are floating in the air above our oceans every single year. Their shape matters too. Fibers, for instance, float longer than tiny spheres, helping them travel even further. But here's where it gets really wild and a little unsettling. Scientists have discovered that these plastic particles are actually helping to form clouds. You see, a cloud can't form out of thin air. Water vapor needs a little speck of something to condense onto, a particle called a cloud condensation nucleus. And it turns out microplastics, especially after being aged by sunlight, are pretty good at this job. Researchers have confirmed this by collecting cloud water from high altitudes and finding various types of plastic polymers inside the droplets. By seeding clouds, microplastics could be influencing our weather, changing how much rain we get, how long clouds last, and even our planet's climate. Of course, what goes up must come down, and when these plastic-seeded clouds release their rain or snow, it brings the particles back to Earth. This is the phenomenon now known as plastic rain, and it has profound consequences. First, for the environment, it contaminates our soil, which can harm soil-dwelling organisms and alter the soil itself. It washes into our rivers and lakes, where it's eaten by everything from tiny zooplankton to large fish, moving steadily up the food chain. But it's not just the wildlife we need to worry about. The presence of microplastics in the air and rain raises significant concerns for human health. We are breathing these particles in every single day, and we're ingesting them when they land on our farm fields and get into our drinking water sources. The long-term health effects are still being actively researched, but there are major concerns about inflammation, oxidative stress, and the harmful chemical additives that these plastics can carry and leach into our bodies. Okay, this all sounds pretty bleak, but the good news is it's not hopeless. The key is to stop the plastic at the source. This means designing products that don't shed so many particles. Think more durable tires and textiles. It means installing advanced filters in industrial factories, wastewater treatment plants, and even in our home washing machines to catch these fibers before they escape into the environment. And on a bigger scale, addressing this requires a global effort. We need better waste management worldwide, international agreements to cut down on plastic production, and a shift in our own habits away from single-use plastics. The discovery of microplastics in our rain is a stark wake-up call. It's a clear sign that our plastic problem has become so pervasive that it's now literally part of our planet's water cycle. The rain, which we've always seen as a symbol of purity, is now delivering a message. And that message is that we can't ignore this invisible threat any longer. The time to act is now. Thanks for tuning in to G Fun Facts Online. Let's all think a little more about the materials we use, for the sake of our planet and ourselves.